It's not too bad. I'll be able to bring somebody back from the brink of death. But only one person. Well, two, technically.
Oh, and I have some healing potions. And I hand one to Ari and one to Vinda, just in case.
Yeah, like I'm gonna remember it. Okay.
What kind of potion is this one?
It's a lesser healing potion. It's 2d6 plus Constitution.
So, like the one I used. Okay.
So if you guys, get into a scrap, you won't die, hope.
Well, if you're going to be there with us, it should be a little easier. Maybe I should have brought some sauce.
What?
Some barbecue sauce. Fresh from the capital.
The capital.
That's gross, Ari. That's really gross. Winter just walks away. A little disturbed.
I'm not the one who set people or turned people to ash earlier.
Would you rather that or death?
It was a joke meant in jest, so I would suggest taking it as such. But if you wish to take offense at it, that is your issue. I will remember that.
She was teasing too, Ari.
The fire golem kind of turns its head and looks at you, Ari, and then it's out of its nostrils. It flares out a little flame, and then it walks off in a proud manner behind its master.
And perhaps we should pick up maybe a little pepper for the golem.
Can you just enough?
No, I find
She yells over her shoulder, and my golem doesn't eat people.
No, he just
Golem kind of turns its head a little confused, and then continues walking.
Sorry, I've eventually got. I usually make a food joke in just about every campaign we have, so this is that one. Well then, Vinda, shall we explore further ahead?
Are we sure this is a good idea? But splitting up earlier did not work too well.
Well, we do have to at least investigate the fellows who decided to flee earlier, and we do have to see what in the world is going on. We don't have to engage, but we do at least have to figure out what's going on.
And as you guys are talking, Winter's still walking away.
Yeah. I figure Ari is probably walking along behind you by now. Since he's like 7'10", there's actually a pretty decent gait to his legs, too. As in, he's got a wide, long stride to him. As in, 7'10" just naturally means he's going to step farther than what somebody would at 6 foot.
Actually, what about the spellstone?
What do you mean about it?
Curiosity can't refill it, can he? At this point.
He could if he chose to. As the player is not here, and I haven't received any messages, I don't know if he does.
Oh, yeah, I have a question. When you rest, how much mana do you get back?
You have to rest for an hour first before you can
Okay.
get that back.
Yeah. For mana, it's an hour. It's either an hour of rest or meditation.
Also, is the short rest like we just had enough to switch out spell slots, or wait, a spell slot?
You would need the hour rest.
Yeah.
It would take place at the same time as mana recharge.
Yeah, the little rest we took was more like 20 minutes, maybe 5-10 minutes. And I'm gonna go ahead and let Curiosity and Harmony borrow my tent for a little while.
Okay. So they have the arcane tent.
They may borrow it. I don't want to have to forcefully have Harmony give me back my magic items anymore, like I did with the die.
So Gorm, what are you doing?
Let's see. So what happened while I was gone?
So the party is splitting up. Bramble is going back towards the caravan to warn them. Curiosity and Harmony are going to stay here to clear up the blockage and also to kind of heal up some more. Vinda, Winter, and Eretheus are going to go and see if they can find out where the runners went to.
That's all good with me. I'm going with them.
Okay. That's probably good since you're the only one who can track people.
And
No.
it also makes sense because that's what me and Harmony had planned to do last time.
No, I don't want to control them because people get mad if I'm like, that's not what my character would do.
That's okay. I'm just giving you a hard time. It's okay.
I discussed this with at least 2 of them, so I do know some of this is on the mend.
On the Kai is one. Yes.
On the Unity.
Oh,
It's their fault for starting it, so... Well, not really. It's like whoever started it in the guild before I joined, which was a long time ago.
Am I missing something?
Oh, that Kylara and Kyrath have been confused as being the same person.
Well, that
That's
part I
good,
know,
Kylara.
but there was... sounded like there was someone else more pure reference.
No.
Alright, so you guys are heading off. As Harmony said, that there is a portion of the canyon that has been somewhat destroyed thanks to Curiosity's water spell. And you guys are able to kind of go through it without needing to fly or have any aid like that. How are you guys going to go about figuring things out?
I turn to Gorm and ask him if he can figure out where they went.
I can try. Their track should be fresh.
Okay. We'll follow you then.
But of course, go for it, my dear Gorm. Let us lead this chase and see where they have gone. As in, the pun just slipped out of my head and I couldn't remember it anymore, and it just went bleh.
So tracking, I assume.
Yes.
Decent roll. Okay. Oh wait, I forgot to open up the stun point sheet. Oops. I forgot to open it.
For 2 stunt points for exploration stunts, you can do efficient search, speedy search, and advantageous positioning.
I'm gonna go with Speedy. So I assume that sounds like, yeah, I don't have any trouble finding their tracks, and I just follow them.
Yeah. So there are a couple of tracks. Shh, you're distracting me. There are a couple of tracks you can follow. They're it's fairly easy as they are, they ran, so they weren't exactly hiding what they were doing. But using your abilities and your keen senses as a hunter, you notice that while the tracks seem to go in different directions, eventually they kind of start going in the same direction.
They reconverge.
Yeah, they seem to it anyway. And once they reconverge, they get a little bit harder to track, as though maybe they were trying to hide it better, but obviously you can see that these individuals were in a hurry.
Are they still on foot when they reconverge and start trying to go out together?
Yes.
Okay, that's good. Should I just assume that we all follow them?
It's up to you. It's kind of, you know what that they're, so whether you continue following or not, that's up to you.
That's what Gorm starts doing, unless anyone else objects.
We're trusting you, Scout. You know how to track. Arethias is really good in social settings and stuff like that, so he's bowing to your wisdom.
Yep, I follow him.
Please tell me your wisdom is at least a +2.
Let's see. But we don't have wisdom in this. If you mean willpower, I have a 3.
Even better.
Okay. Ooh. Yeah. Give me another tracking test. And how are you... How are you going about this?
You mean how am I tracking them?
Mm-hmm.
Footprints, any evidence of their passing, like any broken branch, any broken bushes or disturbed, anything that's been disturbed.
Mm-hmm.
Anything that's extra.
What was that, Sarah?
He's looking at the sand.
We could. If it's gonna be a really long journey, we could end up going through areas with some small amount of brush in it.
Okay. So, continue following the tracks. And thanks to your... So go ahead and do your tracking again.
And I turn to Gorm and say, we should probably be a little stealthy while we're walking so we don't just kind of walk right into their camp.
Yes. A good point. Even better.
Okay.
And now I can open the stunt point sheets.
And now you all need to roll stealth.
Is stealth dexterity?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, checking what I want to give it the stunt point. I'm going to say speedy search and advantageous positioning.
Okay.
I'm going to use my stunt points for, since that was stealth, with a flourish and advantageous positioning.
How much is advantageous position? How many point?
1.
Well, no.
Then that's what I do too.
And me, if possible.
Okay. So you guys are setting yourselves up as well as you can. You begin tracking, staying very close together, but not so close as to disturb Quorum's ability to track them. You walk for 10 more minutes. You walk for 10 more minutes after that. You walk for another 10 more minutes after that. Go ahead and start and roll perception for me, Gorm.
Just plain perception.
Perception seeing.
Well, now that everyone knows I'm half orc, can I do perception smelling?
This is gonna be more seeing.
Okay, then regular perception it is.
Okay. After walking for about 30 minutes, you see something that looks a little bit different up on the horizon. Very close to where you're at. You can't quite make it out yet. You see what looks to be like the tops of maybe cloth of some kind, reflecting a bit of light off of them.
I pull out my bow.
Okay.
And so, like, are they in the sand? Are they like in the sand, or?
No, it looks like. Well, you're coming up on a little bit of a hill, and it just looks like almost. It looks like some kind of something that's waving. It's still a distance, quite a few distance off, but it looks like something kind of blowing in the wind.
Does it look like there would be any stealthy approaches to get a better look at it without getting?
Yeah, I mean, if you get low and crawled up to the edge of the hill, you could probably get a better look.
Gorm waits for everyone else if they're a little bit behind him or whatever.
They're not that far behind you.
And when they all catch up with him, he says, I see something up ahead.
Alright.
Do any of you have a spyglass or anything like that?
Not on my person, anyways. Vinda, do you have a spyglass? Ting, 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 ting. Since I think she went back into her necklace, I'm not sure.
I don't know. It seems like I've been out since
Yeah, she rolled still, so she's
after
been out.
after the rest.
Alright, Vinda,
I
do you have one? Oh,
no. but should I scout ahead? Maybe.
I have an empty vial. That probably won't work.
I
Have you
don't think.
turn into a bird again?
Yeah, that's what I mean.
It would
Should
aid us in any upcoming encounters for sure.
Alright then, I'll turn into a bird and we'll wing off that way.
Okay. I need you to roll stealth check.
Whoa.
You should all get your weapons ready, just in case. Gorm readies an arrow as she flies off.
Oh, did it break? Or no, you're still in the deck set. Okay. Alright, so Vinda turns into her bird form and begins flying the direction. And before we reveal what's going on, we're going to take our break here.
Here we go.
Alright. Welcome back, everyone. We are beginning back where we left off. So, Vinda has returned into her thrush form, and she's now making her way towards the camp. So, go ahead and make a perception check for me, Vinda.
I do have searching as a focus, but I don't know that applies here.
Yeah,
so.
you can ignore that. So that'd be a 12.
Okay. That's better. A bit.
I would take advantageous positioning just in case.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay. Go ahead and... So, you kind of get over the little spot that you guys had found to kind of get a better look. And you start coasting over, and you look upon what seems to be a camp of some sort. You see the cloth that Gorm had noticed earlier. You can now clearly see are tents. Pitch tents that seem like they've been there for some time now. There is also a somewhat broken fence line around them. But most of what you notice is a lot of bandits walking, patrolling in and out, walking around, going from tent to tent. You can see there's quite a bit of activity going on here.
Oh, joy. Just what we needed. Especially when there are only 4 of us here.
Mm-hmm. So what do you do as you get closer?
I don't know. Can I figure out how many there are?
Sure. As you kind of start circling, you can see more than a dozen, at least out in the open.
Oh, joy.
You see there's a couple smaller tents on the outside, and you see bigger tents getting closer in, and then there's one giant circular tent. It seems different from the others. And you can see what looks to be like spits with meat on them. You see, although curiously, even though there's some fires lit, they're not emitting any smoke. And you see what look to be like weapons being sharpened and leather armor being patched up and that kind of thing. It's definitely some kind of like a busy camp. As you get closer, what is your armor? What's your AC?
My defense. Where is that? My defense is 14. Oh boy.
You take 12 points of damage as an arrow flings at you all of a sudden from nowhere and hits you dead on, unexpectedly. And you just feel this arrow impact you, which causes you to, because I believe 12 hit points is more than the AC of a thrush, or the hit points of a thrush, you immediately drop form and turn into a fairy, which, like, fortunately is good because then the arrow dropped out of your body as soon as you shifted into something else. But you've definitely taken some damage, and you can see a couple of people looking up and pointing at you now, and there's definitely commotion now.
Oh, that's not good.
Your stealth was not as good as their perception, unfortunately.
Yeah, I was kind of afraid of that.
They rolled a 16 to perceive.
And they did perceive.
So, yeah, I'm, is there any sort of cover on the ground, like even just little rocks and that I can duck down among?
Sure, there's, like I said, there's a bunch of half walls. There's a couple of palm trees here or there. There's the tents. And you're the size of a brownie when you're not glowing and flying, so.
Yeah, just fall with the arrow and, like, before it hits the ground, just swoop around on the ground and try to dash between rocks. There you go.
Yeah, that's basically what I was thinking. Yeah. It's difficult. Having trouble describing.
Okay, so what are we doing?
Kind of.
You can move your
what
token.
Barry said. I'm
You can go ahead and move
ducking
your
down with the arrow.
You can go ahead and move your token as to where on the board you'll go. Also, you know that, so like a thrush had like 5 hit points, so you take 12 points of damage minus 5. So it's...
I didn't think it affected the normal form. if you're hit in the.
Yeah, but then whatever
Confused.
damage is left over from your normal form carries over into your normal form. So like a thrush has 5 hit points.
It says your normal health levels are unaffected by the attack. That that reduces your shapeshifted form to 0.
Where?
In the description of the cantrip.
Oh. Oh, okay. Well, that's different. Lucky for you then. But yeah, you did drop your form. But okay, so you want to kind of dive bomb into some other place, like make it look like you got wounded, and then you want to go hide, basically.
Yeah, basically.
Okay.
If I can duck low enough to be out of their sight lines, and maybe.
Okay. Well, you can go ahead and move your token as to where you want to hide.
Can I duck behind the base of that tree?
Yeah, sure. Okay, go ahead and roll a stealth check for me.
Oh, joy.
You can do it.
Better?
Yo!
Oh, hello.
Okay. I mean, yes, technically that is better. Since you know what they're doing now, I'll just roll it so that you can see.
Kyler, why'd you do that? Now I gotta fix everything.
Isaac, why are you laughing?
I was laughing at Kylar ruining stuff. Not you.
No one should be laughing at Vinda right now. This is bad. Yeah, so you dive bomb behind one of the trees, but unfortunately, as you do, one of the guards that was looking around sees you land at his feet. And you hear, "I found it! It's over here!" And he starts coming towards you with his sword drawn.
Is there any crevice I can duck into and use the camouflage thing?
That's right, your fairy thing. It's an accurate description there.
And we lost Kyler again? What is going on?
You're trying to use your Fey Blood, or what?
Yeah, the...
Oh, it's a major action. You can blend into your surroundings as your pigmentation shifts. Yeah, sure. So you could, like, if you wanted to, you could, like, put your back up against the tree and kind of just, like, stand still.
If there was a crevice to duck into and then do that, that might be better. But if not,
Go ahead and
then
make a quick.
the best I can.
Go ahead and make a quick perception check.
Would that be searching focus applicable?
Sure, I'll let you do that.
My rolls.
Okay. Yeah, we'll say. I'll say for the purposes of this that you managed to find like a little nook inside the tree, and you can kind of duck in there.
Okay, yeah, that and then the hiding fairy camouflage thing.
Okay. A few seconds pass where you can only hear the sound of your heart beating, and you hear shouts of, "It was over here! I saw it over here! Look around, boys, we'll find it!" And you see feet circling the tree, several pairs of feet walking in circles. You feel the branches, you feel the whole tree shake as someone takes hold of the palm tree and just and you're like having to kind of hold as still as possible as the walls around you are literally shaking you in place. Did you see it? No, so it's gone. You know it's no. I thought I saw it up here. No, it was here. But keeps looking. You know that thing's a scout. I think it's their fairy. I saw that bird transform when we saw the party heading this way. Well, we better find her before she warns the others. And you hear them, and they continue to start walking and stalking around the area that you're surrounded in.
Meanwhile, is there any chance that the others have heard this commotion?
Others, give me a perception check. It can be either hearing or it can be seeing. It's up to yours. To you guys.
It's just normal 3d6 for me anyways. I don't have any bonus to perception. I rolled over a 10. That's better than I can... That's the best I can expect.
Okay. Ari, you're trying to stay still. And so you're concentrating more on that and you're having a hard time kind of seeing what's going on. But Vunda and Gorm, or Winter and Gorm, you've managed to position yourself in a good enough way. You can see that the camp is in commotion. I don't think you probably didn't see Vunda get shot, but you think that maybe she's been spotted. But it doesn't look like they've found her yet.
Do any of you see that commotion?
No, I do not. What is going on?
I'm not sure. I think, at the very least, she's been spotted.
Yeah, the entire camp looks like it's going crazy.
I'm going to crawl closer.
Alright.
Gorn gets down on his belly and starts crawling forward sneakily.
Okay. And you guys can go ahead and move your tokens if you wish. Just
Oh, I couldn't see my token because let me shut down the avatars.
Yeah, we're farther away than what Vinda is, but yeah.
Actually, let me. Yep, that's in long range. So yeah, I get down, and let me see.
it doesn't look like they've spotted her yet.
Let me measure from there. So yeah, I want to sneak up to right about there.
At about 90 feet from them?
Yep, that's when I'm in proper range.
Okay, well, you can go ahead and move your token. Roll stealth.